This is a tier list, and today I will be ranking all the devil fruits in Fruit Battlegrounds. This game has a bunch of different devil fruits, so today I will be ranking all of them in a tier list, and while I'm ranking the devil fruits I will be showcasing them as well. So sit back, relax, and let's get right into the video. Starting off with the barrier fruit, I'm gonna be ranking this in the trash tier. This devil fruit is a common fruit and all of its abilities are very slow, and all of the abilities deal very little damage. So with that being said, this devil fruit deserves to be in the trash tier. Okay, next we have the chop fruit. This one is also going in the trash tier. This is also another common fruit and the damage is very low. And to be honest, every single skill is basically useless. The only good skill in this devil fruit is actually the car skill. You can turn yourself into a car and drive around and stuff, so I guess that is pretty cool, but other than that, this devil fruit does not go any higher than the trash tier. Okay, moving on into the last common fruit, we have the sand fruit, and of course it is going in the trash tier. But keep in mind that the sand fruit has a decent amount of range, so if you guys are trying to level up, you guys can easily defeat the Marco boss with this devil fruit. So with that being said, let's move on into the uncommon fruits. We have the smoke fruit. This is going in the bad tier, but unlike all the other common fruits I've ranked before, this one actually does a lot of damage, well, compared to the commons. But other than that, all of these skills are pretty useless, and yeah, you can definitely get something better than this one. Okay, so let's just move on into the next fruit. We have the rubber fruit. This one is also going in the bad tier. Almost all the moves of the rubber fruit are actually pretty slow, and when you transform into the second gear, then you guys can actually use the moves and they get pretty fast and deal a lot of damage. But still, after second gear, this devil fruit deserves to be in the bad tier. It does not go any higher than this. Next, we have the gas fruit, and I'm gonna be ranking this in the trash tier. And this devil fruit is very weak. All of the moves deal very little damage, and you cannot really do a lot of combos with this devil fruit. So with that being said, it's gonna go in the trash tier, and let's move on into the next one. Moving on into the falcon fruit, this one is going to be ranked at the top of bad tier. This one can be decent, but yeah, I'm just gonna be ranking it in the bad tier just to be safe. All the devil fruit moves are based on PvP, like you can target your opponent, you can smash him into the ground, and also the last move, the falcon punch, can also pull in some people to do some combos. But because of its low damage, it is gonna be going in the bad tier for me. Okay, next we have the bomb fruit, and this is definitely going in the decent tier. The moves of this devil fruit knock your enemies very far, and also it has some very decent PvP moves which can help you guys defeat your opponents. And to be honest, all of the cooldowns are very fast, so that's why bomb is in the decent tier. Next we have the ice fruit, and unfortunately I have to rank this in the bad tier. In most games this devil fruit is pretty good, but in Fruit Battlegrounds this one is not really that special. The moves are very slow and they do not really stun your opponent that much, and especially if you are trying to PvP with this devil fruit, it is just not really going to work out and you're just gonna be wasting your time. So it is better to go for a devil fruit which is actually good. So with that being said, the ice fruit is staying in the bad tier. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button if you guys find this video helpful. Okay, next up we have the darkness fruit. This one is actually pretty decent. As you can see by the skills are very big and they actually deal a lot of damage. And especially the fourth move, you can actually pull in your opponent, which is very strong, especially in this game, since right after that you can do yourself a very strong combo. So with that being said, darkness is definitely going to be in the decent tier. Okay, moving on into the light fruit. This one is actually pretty decent as well. The moves are pretty fast and they also deal burn damage, which is actually very OP. But the bad part about this devil fruit is that there is legit no combos you can do with this devil fruit. You just need to spam your moves and hope that your opponent dies. So with that being said, it is gonna be staying in the decent tier. Next we have the flame fruit. This one is definitely going in the good tier. The flame fruit is very strong. It does a lot of damage and also the moves are very versatile, so you guys can farm with it and you guys can also PvP with it. And also also, just as the name says, it also does some fire damage, which is very good in this game. It deals a lot of damage even though a lot of you guys do not expect it to do so. So I guess let's move on into the next one. Next we have the magma fruit. This one is also going to be going in the good tier. Just like the flame fruit, it also has very good moves and also extremely high damage, and also similarly it does the flame damage as well. So it is actually a pretty decent fruit, and I think the good tier is perfect for magma. Next we have the paw fruit. This one is definitely going in the good tier. I really like to use this fruit, and especially if you guys are trying to PvP, this fruit is very strong. The first move is auto aim. The second move is very strong. Wherever your cursor is, you will literally teleport to that area and deal damage to your opponent. And the rest of the moves are pretty decent and they deal a lot of damage. So because of this, the paw fruit really deserves to be in the good tier. Next we have the string fruit. This one is definitely going in the good tier as well. It is a very strong devil fruit. The first move is auto aim, and it actually stuns your opponent into a place, which is very good. Second move is a pretty decent move as well, and the last move is actually the one which makes this devil fruit pretty good. So I think it deserves to be at the top of good tier, since all the moves are very PvP based and very good. But yeah, other than that, it does not deserve any higher. Next we have the quick fruit, and unfortunately this one is going in the decent tier. This fruit has decent damage, but to be honest, the moves are very slow, and especially in this game, if a devil fruit's move is slow, it is going to be missing your opponent, which is obviously not a good thing. And you can definitely find something better than this devil fruit out there, so that's why it's gonna be going in the decent tier. I'm making this video very straightforward, so if you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure to hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button. Okay, let's move on into the next one. Next we have the gravity fruit, and this one is, to be honest, around the same level as the quick fruit. For PvP, I think I might rank it above the light fruit, but for some people the light fruit might be better. The moves of gravity fruit are actually very good, and especially if you guys are trying to farm the Marco boss or the Kaido boss, it is actually going to be very easy. And also if you are fighting somebody, it does decent damage, and also the moves are pretty good for PvP. So with that being said, I think gravity definitely deserves to be in the decent tier. Next we have the phoenix fruit, and I'm gonna be ranking this above the Mera fruit. I think it is just below the string fruit. Basically, you know, the Marco boss, it has the exact same skill set. But if we talk about the PvP, I don't think it's really good, but it is still very good, so it's gonna be staying in the good tier. Okay, next up we have the time skip rubber. This one is definitely going to be in the good tier. It is a top tier devil fruit for fighting, for farming, for whatever there is in the game. Whether you awaken it or not, it actually does a lot of damage, and all the moves are very different from one another, and they deal a decent amount of damage. And if you guys transform into gear 4, the moves become a lot more stronger. So with that being said, I am gonna be ranking this in the good tier, since it is a very solid devil fruit. But if I'm completely honest, it does not deserve to be in the best tier, since these devil fruits up here will be the best fruits in the entire game, which obviously requires them to be very good. So you know, it's a very tough challenge. Okay, here we have the last legendary fruit, and this one is gonna be ranked just below the phoenix fruit. This fruit has some really high damage, and especially all of the moves are very good for PvP and also for farming. So if you guys are looking to farm Marco or you know, just PvP in general, this devil fruit is actually a pretty good one for that reason. But I think it does not deserve to be in the best tier, since there are a lot better options than this one. Okay, next we have our first best tier fruit, the dragon fruit. This fruit has a lot of damage. I mean a lot of damage, and all of the moves do the burning damage as well. It has some very good AoE moves, so you guys can defeat the bosses very well, and also these types of moves are very good for PvP. And to be honest, all of the moves are very unique, and nobody really expects them, so that's why you guys can win a lot of fights because of this reason. So you know, this devil fruit deserves the best tier spot. Next we have one of my favorite fruits in the game, the lightning fruit, and I'm gonna be ranking this higher than the dragon fruit, since it is just broken. You can basically have 4 energy balls behind you, and however many you have, all of your moves will respond accordingly. And to be honest, all the moves are very strong, deal a lot of damage, also are pretty fast in my opinion, and almost all the moves have very good range, and you guys can use them in a combo very easily. So for this reason, the devil fruit definitely deserves to be in the best tier. Next we have the dough fruit, one of the most famous fruits in all over One Piece, and yeah, it is definitely very strong in this game as well. The moves are very different from all the other One Piece games, well, at least some of them are, and they deal a lot of damage, and they have pretty decent range. And also the chest dot move, bro, this move is so annoying, man. Like whenever you are fighting Marco or you are just fighting somebody in general, this move will just attack you 24/7, and the only way you can dodge it is by running away from the move actually. And if you try to block it, the opponent is definitely going to do another move on you, so you are basically gonna take double the damage if you guys block this move. So it is very annoying. So for this reason, it is definitely going to be one of the best devil fruits in the entire game. Next we have the leopard fruit. This one is definitely going in the best tier as well, a very strong devil fruit. Basically every single move can be comboed, they deal a lot of damage, and also are very easy to use. And also it has a transformation, and if you guys transform into the leopard itself, then all of your moves will be changed and they will do extra damage, and they will be a lot more faster than the normal version. So that just makes this devil fruit very strong, and it is definitely one of the best fruits in the entire game. Okay, next we have the venom fruit, and this is definitely one of the best fruits in the game. Just like the flame fruit, every single fruit of this devil fruit deals venom damage, or also known as poison damage, and the moves itself deal a lot of damage and are actually very annoying. But I was gonna rank this in the top 3 best devil fruits out there in the game. Basically whenever somebody is just air camping, they can easily dodge Venom's attack, and yeah, that's the counter of this devil fruit. But if that wasn't there, I would definitely rank this in the top 3 best devil fruits in the game. Okay, next we have the second last devil fruit of the video. This is the OP no Mi, also known as the control fruit. I'm gonna be ranking this at the top of best tier as of right now. In my opinion, this devil fruit is the strongest devil fruit in the entire game. It depends upon your ping and also upon your skill level. So if you are very good, like in skill wise, if you are extremely skilled, this devil fruit is extremely OP for that person. But if you are particularly not that good at the game, yeah, you're not gonna get very good results. But if we talk about farming, it is actually pretty decent as well, since all the moves have pretty decent range and also have very good damage. So with that being said, we are going to be ranking the control room in the best tier. Okay, lastly we have the Nika fruit, also known as the Gear 5. This one is definitely one of the best or the best fruit in Fruit Battlegrounds. All the moves are very unique, they deal a lot of damage as you guys can see up on screen, and especially the combo of Neo Red Hawk and the Rock Gatling is just insane. Like, you guys are guaranteed with that combo. Then the Red Rock move is very strong as well. Then you can awaken yourself into the Gear 5, and this will change all of your moves and make them basically better. So literally it is the best fruit in Fruit Battlegrounds for farming, for PvP, for whatever it is just the best. So if you guys liked this video or found it helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button to see more content like this, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.